Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Not So Pro Football Talk. We got an incredible video coming at you. We are going to be ranking wide receivers because there's nothing going on in the NFL right now. It is that time of season. But hopefully, next week, we'll have some great news that we can talk about. But we'll always find something to talk about to give you guys some content as we get closer and closer to the NFL season. I think we're in the 70s or 60s days away from the start of the season. And I do believe, if I'm correct, we do have a football game. It's preseason. We do have a football game this month. So that's very exciting. We're getting closer and closer, everybody. But we're going to go ahead and get straight into this video and bring up our tier list. So we're going to be ranking a whole bunch of wide receivers from every team. I believe this has just got the three best, quote unquote, wide receivers from each team. And then we got 6 tiers that we are going to be using today, and we want you guys to help us along as well. Israel Torres is in the chat. He says, I can't wait. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in, man. We appreciate you. We would love to hear you tell us how high CD Lamb should be on this list. But we got 6 tiers for you guys. We got elite, the top of the top. We got the number 1 wide receivers. We've got the guy she tells you not to worry about. That is Vincent's and AJ's idea. Then we got the mid category, that people who probably should be on the bench, even though they're the third best wide receiver on their team. And then we got Booty Cheek. This guy is absolutely terrible. Detriment to the team. Kadarius Toney type of guy.
N'Keal Harry.
N'Keal Harry, those type of guy. And Israel Torres is already telling us where to put CD. He's saying elite. We'll see if he ends up there. I say he has a good chance, but we'll see how we want to rank this up here, right? So we're going to go top to bottom. Go ahead, and we're going to try to roll through this. We're not here for 2 hours. I don't know the first name. I have to be honest here.
Zay Jones.
Zay Jones. Oh, I should have known that one. I would put him mid category. Am I right here? I feel like he should be in mid. At best, maybe probably the bottom of the guy she tells you not to worry about. I would say mid.
I would say mid too, just because the year he had 2 years ago, but really he's not much. Yeah, put him mid.
Yeah, he'll probably be at back of mid in my opinion.
All right. This is Michael Wilson. That's his first name?
Yeah.
Look at me. 2 for 2. No 1 for 2. I would also put him at mid as well. Maybe bench. Don't have too many hopes for him. What do you guys think?
Bench for me, dude. Never came into the hype last year. Fantasy. That guy was a shit.
Oh, cursing already on the stream.
Yeah, he just caught a lot of receptions in the first half when a couple guys went down. Yeah, he's bench for me too.
All right. Now we're going to go into Harrison Jr., the prodigal son that is everybody was talking about last season. Had a pretty good year. And I would say he is the number 1 wide receiver of his team. That is a true statement. What do you guys think?
Key to in there, Harrison Jr. It's not his fault that the team does not have a good offensive coordinator, that they don't want to give him the ball. But every time they do give him the ball, good things happen. Yeah, definitely wide receiver 1 material. I think he's an outstanding guy.
Yeah. Vincent?
I hope he does good this season. Last season wasn't as great coming in with the hype that he was getting, but obviously he has room to grow. And yeah, I just agree with AJ. His team stinks.
All right. Next up, we're going to the Falcons. 3 wide receivers. You got Mooney for the first one. I believe it was Darnell Mooney. Honestly, I'm going to put him in the bench area. I think he has spurts, but he's not really somebody who can rely on a whole lot. But he'll have a game or 2, but then disappear 3 or 4 games in a row. That's how I
was actually going to say the guy she tells you not to worry about.
Yeah.
I think this guy's a sneaky addition. And it's not our fault that he's covered. I mean, they got Drake London, Ray McLeod, and then they also have Kyle Pitts. I mean, there's a lot of star names out there. And Darnell Mooney, whenever he's given the opportunity, he does show up.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like almost Mooney might be tied for one of their best wide receivers. Obviously, Drake London is a different type of wide receiver. But Darnell Mooney, yeah, he's a little scary sometimes.
We're going to head over to Drake London, the number one wide receiver of that team. I want to put him below Marvin Harrison because I think Marvin Harrison has a much higher ceiling. What do you guys think?
You're sounding a little muffled there, Reed, but yes, Drake London is definitely one of the top tier guys. Really showed out this past season, so I do like him a lot. I would even put him above Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he showed a little bit more. I think he's due that respect.
Yeah, he's been in the league a little bit longer. I would think I would put him above Marvin Harrison until he shows me otherwise. But he did really good, actually, in comparison to what I thought he was going to do. He really took over that team.
All right. Well, let me know if I mess up my audio again. Ray McLeod is coming up. Where are you guys putting him?
I think he's a little too old to be the guy she tells you not to worry about. But this guy's an absolute stud. Doesn't matter if he's with Pittsburgh, with San Francisco, and now with Atlanta. This guy has been reliable, right? Short dude, but catches everything that goes his way, and it's just a speedster that does not like to drop the ball. Dang it, dude. I hate to put him there at mid. Like I said, I wish there was something in between, but yeah, I'll leave him there as mid.
It's a good category. There's nothing wrong with being mid.
Yeah, he's mid for me as well. I'd probably put him above Jones, in my opinion. I think he's done more as of recent since Zay Jones.
Okay. Next up, we're going to the Ravens wide receiver trio. We got Zay Flowers first. I feel like he's the number one receiver. Hopkins definitely will, like, I know that I didn't pay attention too much of how much of targets he took away from Zay Flowers towards the back half of the season. But Zay definitely is, I feel like, the guy in the future for the Ravens. So I don't know if I want to put him as number one wide receiver or the guy she tells you not to worry about. What do you guys think?
I just think he's in a very good situation there where he doesn't have to do the most, right? But he has a great option. I'm going to leave him as the guy she tells you not to worry about. Yes, he is wide receiver one there, but he doesn't have to play like a wide receiver one. That said, the team does a lot of favors for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's all right in my opinion, but I just haven't really seen what I wanted to see from him on a consistent basis, so that's why I can't put him at number one. So I'm good with this spot.
All right. Next up is Bateman as AJ tries to catch something in his room. Did you get it?
No, dude. It was like in my earbud. It was a mosquito, bro. I was like, what? Yeah.
Dang. Dude. Be careful out there. You got to be careful. Bateman, I'm going to put him in mid. I don't think he's something consistent. He's a deep threat every once in a while. I don't have a very high opinion of him.
Rashad Bateman, you guys know I've been a Rashad Bateman guy for the past 3 years. I love the dude. He can't stay healthy, and he just cannot stay consistent to save his life. I think it's time to hit the bench, my friend.
Yeah.
I know. I'm giving in.
Drinking the
That's
juice, baby. Yeah, he's a bench guy for me. I gave up on him after year one.
Wow. All right. Hopkins. Once one of the best the best wide receiver in the league. Now, at his older age, what do we think of him?
We're doing this season, right? This upcoming season.
I'd say let's do next season.
Dude, I got him at most at mid.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you can't blame me, dude. Dropping that pass in the Super Bowl, that's one of the biggest ones. But I've been watching this guy all season long, and he's been, disappointing, right? And I get it. He's up there in age, so you can't knock him down. One of the all-time greats, but going into the next season, I think the age and injuries have really gotten to him.
Yeah, I think he even gives up some snaps to some younger guys behind him. I just don't think he can keep up as he used to, but one hell of a guy when he was with the Texans.
All right. I'm going to put him at the top of mid because I got to give him the respect, all right? Next up is it Keon Coleman?
Keon Coleman.
Okay. I couldn't remember for sure. Last year was his first year, right?
Yes, he was a rookie last year.
I don't remember his stats. You guys are going to have to tell me.
So this is a dude that got neglected, that got beat by his girlfriend. You're going to talk about every type of scenario, did not get a fair chance. In my not-so-pro opinion, this guy is a guy that that she tells you not to worry about. This guy can easily be the wide receiver 1 in that team if they actually utilize him to his fullest potential and not giving him 2, maybe 3 targets every other game. It was that bad.
It was bad.
It was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. I hope he's the guy she tells you not to worry about in this season. Last season was very, very underwhelming. Obviously, Khalil Shakir, who we're going to go over right now, took the stardom from him. But he's young, and they were using him as a like bomb it down the field type of guy, and I think that was just wrong for him. He's more of a route runner, in my opinion, than they gave him credit for. And I hope he is the guy that they tell you not to worry about.
All right, next up is Shakir himself. I really like him. He got injured, if I remember correctly, last year, right? Knocked him out for the season. He had a pretty good start. I'm going to say I kind of feel like he's in that same area. Am I wrong
What
here?
he's done with the team, dude, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this.
Mid?
But no, I was even thinking as a wide receiver 1 because he did
Whoa.
play as a wide receiver 1. He was a reliable guy. He's not the guy to break free. He's not the guy to break someone's ankles, but he was the reliable wide receiver in that team that they consistently went to. Like I said, I think he plays like a wide receiver 1.
Yeah, he's just not that big boom guy. He's the guy that's gonna get you the first down, basically. So I'm okay with leaving him at wide receiver 1, but I think he'd, in my opinion, be below in the next tier there. Maybe above Zay Flowers as of right now, but he's carrying a lot of weight on his shoulders.
All right, next up we got Josh Palmer coming over from the LA Chargers. This is a guy I feel like has gotten so many attempts and targets and has not done enough with what he has been given. I'm going to say as he's going into year 5, I'm either putting him at bottom of mid or I'm putting him in bench. What do you guys think?
I want to call out my father here. Every single year for the past 2-3 years, he's like, bro, everyone's hurt. Everyone's hurt. It's just Palmer's time. Oh, man, it's Josh Palmer. He's ready to go. I'm going to pick him up. He's on the number 1 waiver priority. Like, Dad, I am sorry, but this dude is straight up booty cheeks, dog. Put him down there. I'm not messing with him.
All right.
I don't know if he's that bad, but he's just not that good right now. I'd put him at bench. But yeah, that's pretty funny.
If we don't put him, then who are we putting in booty cheeks?
Oh,
We'll get there. Yeah,
we'll get there. Okay. All right.
See you, Lamb.
Jeez, are gonna make our fans angry. All right, we're gonna head over to the Chicago Bears wide receiver group. We got DJ Moore coming up first. I really love DJ Moore, even though he is a Bear. I'm putting him at number 1 wide receiver. I kind of want to even put him at the top right now. What do you guys think?
Talk about a guy who has the absolute potential to be an elite player, right? If they just, brush up a few things, they worked on the O-line, giving the quarterback a little more time. Yeah, if the quarterback could actually get some route running reps within there, get that connection going with Moore, this guy is an elite guy. So, yes, I do believe he's a wide receiver 1.
100%. If he has another stellar season like he did, in my opinion, I think he could move up to the elite position, but it would have to be at the back end. But he's been very, very good in my opinion, so I like him there.
All right, next up we got Rome Odunze. Had a quieter rookie season, but still pretty good. 700 yards, 3 TDs. Only caught about half his targets though. I'm going to say he is a guy that she tells you not to worry about, though. I think the talent is there. I just think they need to be in the right offense. Hopefully not, because I'm a Packer fan. I'm hoping it doesn't work out. But hopefully with Ben Johnson, Rome Odunze can be used as he should. I'm going to put him in that area. What do you guys think?
I'm going to have Rome as mid. It's not no knock on Rome. It's just the way they utilize their wide receivers. I have not seen enough to be like, wow, you know what? This guy does has a potential to go out there and lead a team as a wide receiver 1. I don't see it. I think he's very talented. I think he's reliable. That's why I have him as mid. Certified wide receiver 2. Love it.
Yeah, I'm good with the spot he's at right now in mid. I just don't see them getting away from pounding the rock. They have DeAndre Swift there, Rashawn Johnson. They also might get Travis Homer involved. But Ben Jonathan's going to get super tricky. I don't think that's the way Odunze rolls. He's more of a deep threat kind of guy. So hopefully they can get him the ball a few times.
All right. Next up is Burden the Third. I'm trying to figure out who this is.
He's a rookie coming into the league. Luther
He's
Burden.
not even on their depth chart.
He's from Mizzou.
He's not even on the
I
depth
think
chart.
he's from Mizzou. Yeah.
Bench?
Listen, let me save you all the time because this was actually breaking news today. Okay, someone came out who didn't get to play last year, and he's out. He's open for a team to pick him up. And yes, I am talking about Mapletron, Chase freaking Claypool. He's out there. He's available. Okay, he should be there.
Oh my god!
But instead, they pick up Bert. Really? What a burden! Come on, man.
They already tried the Megatron experiment or Mapletron. Sorry, it didn't work out. They traded a second round pick for him.
It also didn't work out with Justin Fields. It wasn't Mapletron's fault. Okay, it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Burden could maybe creep up to mid. He wasn't very stellar in his time in college, but he's a reliable type of guy, I guess you can say. Averaging double digits per catch, but nothing crazy.
All right. Next up, I believe McMillan is the rookie. Am I correct in saying so? Yes.
He was, last year.
Last year was a rookie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm off. My bad. I don't know anything about this guy.
Yeah, so he was a rookie last year. I remember him because he was on my radar for fantasy football, of course. He was supposed to come in and take over Xavier Legette's place. I was very excited for him, but Legette came out, turned out. I think McMillan, if I'm not mistaken, did deal with a minor injury throughout the season. But he was a guy that had some flashy points, but bench to mid, that's where I'm going to have him. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and put him, in the mid area just because he has not shown as much as I'd like to see.
Man, guys, we are rusty. McMillan's a rookie this year. He just got drafted.
That's why
rookie this year?
Yeah, he just got drafted. I believe he was the first overall pick for the Panthers. This is Tetiora McMillan winning the first round.
I was like, 10. I thought he was the rookie, and then AJ threw me off. I was like, AJ's always right. AJ with percentage. Crowd goes wild.
Dude, I'm thinking of Jalen McMillan from Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah.
I was just like, Tampa Bay, yeah. I swore they drafted a wide receiver in the first round. Is this not him?
No, I'm thinking of Jalen McMillan for Tampa Bay.
All right.
McMillan, yeah.
With that, I'm gonna say
he should be in the third tier, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think there's pretty high hopes for him. He's gonna be the bottom of it, but there's high hopes for him.
But yeah, coming out of Arizona, I believe, from college, he should be good in my opinion. He was the number one guy off everybody's board for the wide receiver position this year, but it wasn't very, very strong in my opinion. So I'm not going to put him as the solidified number one wide receiver, even though he probably will get those numbers.
All right. Legette is up next. I believe he had about 500 yards or something like that last year.
Yeah, very underwhelming for sure.
Underwhelming, but the offense didn't really start going until pretty late. And the late games didn't do much. Okay, I was going to try to look at stats and see if he did anything. I'm going to say mid at best. Put him at the bottom of it.
I was going to bring him up a little bit higher. He showed a lot of great flashes towards the end of the season. I don't think he's given that respect just yet. So, yeah, mid's fine.
He didn't have a game over 40 yards the last back half of the season.
Yeah, Legette is just probably going to be the wide receiver 2 for them, in my opinion. If Thielen doesn't somehow, shadow him. But Legette's just a really cool character, honestly. He's one of the poster childs there for this Carolina team, and I think he's going to stay that, but just not be that much effective on the field. But that team is getting better, so hopefully he will too.
All right. Adam Thielen is up next, the guy who does not age, apparently. I'm going to say he's still in mid, I'm not going to bench him. I would probably have to put him right there at our current wide receivers. What do you get? Am I wrong? What do you guys think?
I mean, this guy's a definition of the guy she tells you not to worry about. Everyone said,
Oh,
including yourself, don't worry about this guy for fantasy football.
that
He's
was
too
2 years
old. He's not
ago.
going to do
That
anything.
was 2 years
Exactly.
ago.
That was 2 years ago.
I was still had the Vikings nasty taste in my mouth. Okay.
And this guy is still reliable over there. You can't count him out. He's not to that point, but he's just like Mike Evans. You know, it's just like, hey, he's still going. He's going. He's going.
Yeah, honestly, I don't mind him being there. I think he's going to be more mid this season. You could see the regression this past year, but maybe it's just the Panthers and how they were functioning until the end of the season. But he's still really good. I mean, he had a couple games with 100 yards or something like that. I don't remember how many, but he did pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Right. We got Brandon Lee in the chat saying Nico Collins equals elite. What is up, Brandon? Thank you for tuning in. I will pull this comment back up again when we get to Nico Collins because he is a special type of wide receiver. But up next, we are going to go to Jamar Chase. I'm gonna go ahead and just do that.
Yeah,
he's one of the he's. You can debate who's the best in the league. If you're not putting him top 3, you're wrong. He's one of the best in the league. And Vincent tried to hate on him last year.
I mean, force fit him, that's for sure.
They did.
But yeah, I think it's just the team that he's on. Obviously, he won the Triple Crown, but when that offense just sputters the way it does, it makes him look less effective. But he really showed out towards the end of the season trying to make that playoff push. So kudos to him.
All right. AJ?
Of course, yeah. Elite.
Okay.
This guy's one of the best in the league.
All right. Well, Higgins is not the number 1 wide receiver on his team, but he had the chance to be one somewhere else, but he decided to stay with the team. And do we bump him down because of that, or we say he's the number 1 wide receiver?
Definitely a number 1 wide receiver. I mean, you could
Okay.
plug and play him in any other team, and I think he's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Where are we putting him in there, though?
I'm debating whether or not to put him over Harrison.
I have him over Harrison.
I'm okay with that, for sure. I think he is the resume for it.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
All right, we'll keep it there then. I always forget how to pronounce this one. So
Yoshiba.
Yoshiba? That's not what I would have gone. That is not what I would have gone with.
Yoshi.
I believe he's in the mid category. Maybe the guy who tells you not to worry about. I know he could pop off from here every once in a while because everyone's throwing the coverage to Chase and Higgins and whatever not. What do you guys think of him?
I'm gonna put him as mid. He had a lot of he had some flashes out there, but there's also games where they did depend on him because of injury that he just didn't show up for.
Okay, Vince.
I mean, yeah, he scored a lot of touchdowns, but yeah, he's mid right now until he can show us otherwise. But he just filled in for Higgins.
All right. Next up, we got Jerry Jeudy. I'm gonna go and do that.
You're wild.
I'm a big Jerry Jeudy hater. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, now we're gonna look at the whole team as a whole, right? So let's look at the Cleveland Browns. Jerry Jeudy, Tillman, Thrash. The only person that really had, the was on the up and up was Tillman. I don't know who Thrash is. I think he's a rookie. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But if I had to rank him, I want to go Tillman as the guy she tells you not to worry about, Jeudy as mid, and Thrash as bench.
Bro, you guys hate Jared Jeudy so bad.
I don't hate him. I just think he's on the down. Like,
what do you mean? Did you guys see his last season?
Yeah, I did. I had him in fantasy.
He's amazing. I think he's the number 1 wide receiver there, like without a doubt.
We're not putting him at number 1 wide receiver though.
He's there. You don't have to put him there, but let it be known he's going to be a top 10 guy this year. I don't care who's throwing him the ball. Jared Jeudy catches whatever is thrown at him.
All right. So we're putting him at booty cheeks or bench?
It's whatever. I think he at least needs to be in the guy she tells you not to worry about.
All right. AJ, I'm going to let you take over because I'm not understanding.
which I just did.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I ranked all three, and we're going to do 3 at a time.
Still don't understand.
Okay.
I may be stupid right now. Sorry.
I have Tillman as the guy she tells you not to worry about, and I have Thrash at bench.
Okay.
Yeah, Thrash can be bench, and Tillman, I'm cool with mid, honestly.
Okay.
Whoa.
I think I heard you guys right.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to the Dallas Cowboys here. So the Dallas Cowboys, their wide receiver core, you got Talbot, Pickens, Lamb. They really picked it up. They have CeeDee Lamb last year, and then they add this great addition to George Pickens. A lot of people have mixed reviews there, but this is kind of obvious to me. This is going to be one of the best wide receiver duos, depending how they could correlate with one another. But CeeDee Lamb, easily an elite player. George Pickens, I think he's at least a wide receiver 1. And Tolbert, I think he could be a certified wide receiver 2. I know he's not going to be wide receiver 2. He's going to be wide receiver 3, but definitely in the mid area.
Yeah, Tolbert, I'm going to put in booty cheeks. This guy's probably going to be suspended for half the year. Pickens, I'm cool with being a wide receiver 1, but yeah, obviously Lamb is elite. But Pickens might be just in the guy she told you not to worry about for me.
Okay. I'm honestly fine with where we currently have them.
The whole Dallas. You got to put at least some respect on CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. They're both freak athletes. The Denver Broncos, you have Cortland Sutton, Vele, I always mispronounce that, and Marvin Mims Jr. I think they all had pretty solid years last year as far as, in their own production. I'm not going to say, oh, this guy was the best, because, hey, everyone ate over there. Cortland Sutton, I think he's a wide receiver. I'm going to put him as wide receiver 1. I think he's a stud. Marvin Mims Jr. is one of those sneaky guys, the guy she tells you not to worry about. And Vele, I didn't get to quite see too much of him, so I really don't know where to rank him. Vince, maybe you can help me out with that one.
Vele was productive randomly throughout. It's whenever Sutton was injured or Mims was injured, or I don't even think Mims was there last year. But whenever somebody was injured, basically Vele came in and took in some production. So I'm cool with him being bench. I think he could be mid this year. Mims, I think I would put him in mid. I think it's just Sutton there, to be honest.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and move him around like this. And I don't have anything to add.
All right. So now we have one of Reed's favorite teams here, the Detroit Lions. We got Williams, Patrick, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, the sun god. Freaking love that guy. Amon-Ra St. Brown, of course, easy pick'ems. Put him in elite. Love this guy. Should be elite. Should be a first rounder in fantasy football every single year. Get him up there. Patrick is a little hoe. He steals a lot of fantasy points. I hated it last year. It's like every time they scored a touchdown, Patrick, and I was like, what? Are you kidding me? Patrick, I'm going to go ahead and put him I'm not going to put him as the guy she tells you not to worry about. I'm going to go ahead and put him in mid because he's a flash guy. He's just a flashy type of guy. And as far as Williams, I think he showed us himself in a new light last year. Very spectacular, great wide receiver like he was in college, and was also able to utilize himself like a utility knife, like the way they use that rookie last year for Kansas City, right? In those sweeps, the put him in the backfield as well. He's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. So I like Williams a lot. I think he is the guy she tells you not to worry about, on the verge of becoming a wide receiver 1.
Yeah, I mean, he had 1,000 yards this past year, so I'm cool with him being there. Tim Patrick, is mid, and then St. Brown, obviously, is elite. He's a one-of-a-kind wide receiver right now.
Okay. The only thing I would say is Williams should be down here because I think he is not a team player, always off the field, getting in trouble, et cetera, et cetera. So that's why I put him at booty cheeks. Talent all there, doesn't have the mentality to be up here. So that's I'll put him over there, though.
You're not wrong there. You're not.
Nope.
As a person, I don't like him that much.
Nope.
At all, really. But go on to this next section, Reed. Why don't you take over here?
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and say it. We unfortunately do not have a number 1 wide receiver.
What?
Yeah, we don't need one, guys. We're fine. All right. We got a bunch of guys who can drop the ball right when we need them to. We're fine over here. All right. So Jaden Reed, I want to put him in this area. I'm fine if he gets kicked down to mid, but there's so much talent there. I really love Reed. Golden, I don't know exactly what he's going to be from the tape I've seen from college. I think he's just a role player. I don't think he's that spectacular. Romeo Dobbs, I called him a Hall of Famer. I'm had to put him as mid as well. He there's talent there. He's just not consistent, but he's the most consistent Packer wide receiver currently. Tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead.
Honestly, with Reed, if he could stay healthy, yeah, he's a freak. He is. I think he's sneaky. I think he's really good. Yeah, he's a baller.
No, he drops the ball.
Oh, he drops the ball.
Yes.
I still think he's a baller. I think he's very good.
Yep.
Like I said, it's kind of weird. For me, when I think of Packer wide receivers, I have them all ranked the same.
All right.
That's just the way I have them. So
all mid.
I want to say all mid.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm flipping down. I'm putting him at the top though. All right. Cool.
I give it to you.
All right, now we got the Houston Texans. All right, we got Mechie, Nico Collins, and Christian Kirk. Right, Christian Kirk is with the Houston Texans. Let's go, man. Nico Collins is elite, says Brandon. Oh, is this the Brandon? Is this our Brandon?
This is the Brandon. Yep.
This is the Brandon. Oh, dang, he's playing football now. What's he doing? But anyways, dang, Brandon, you've been working out, man. Here in the gym, I see you, dog. Nico Collins. Do I have him as elite? Year one, what a stud, easy going. Year two, he did deal with the injury right early in the season. Man, dude, I don't know if I want to put him in the lead or not. I'm really stuck there. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys.
If he would have kept going at the rate he was before he got injured, we might be having that conversation.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I want to go ahead and move on with Mechie. Mechie, I think he's mid, a potential to be a sneaky guy to move up. I think he was a great all-around player. I got nothing bad to say really about him. And then Christian Kirk. Come on, you know I'm a Christian Kirk guy. He's the guy she tells you not to worry about, baby. I love that dude.
Goodness. Okay, Nico Collins, yeah. I'd say he's below DJ Moore, in my opinion. He hasn't done it enough consistently. He did get hurt this past season, could have had his production way up, but I think he's about right there coming into the season, especially coming back from injury. Christian Kirk, he's just a sneaky guy, so I guess you can have him in there where he's at, but I think he's kind of mid. After that contract that he got with the Jaguars, I just can't see him being what he was on this team at this point in time. And Mechie III, I love this guy. Super great story. If he's going to be in mid, I think he needs to be higher, like where Yoshi Voss is.
Okay. Nico Collins, I think I'm gonna move him above DJ Moore. But he's at the top of number one wide receiver. Could have been elite if he didn't get injured. Christian Kirk, I am okay with moving him down to mid. I think his prime has passed at this point. It's just a ghost that we're following. Mechie, I'm okay with him being right there.
Cool. I like it. Now we're going to the team where I'm predicting is going to be the worst team in the NFL. We have the Indianapolis Colts. For me, I feel like this is very easy. It is not their faults, okay? These wide receivers are victims. It is not their fault, okay?
Victims.
I'm going to keep this short and simple. Michael Pittman, wide receiver number one. Joshua Downs, the guy she tells you not to worry about. Alec Pierce, mid.
Okay. I have no problems with this.
I think I might like Pittman deserves to be a wide receiver one, but if we're talking about production wise, what he's going to do this year, just because they're going to suck, I think goes down a tier for me. But he is wide receiver one, 100%. Nobody can contest him there.
So good.
I just don't know if it's going to be Daniel Jones throwing him the ball or if it's going to be.
He never knows. He
never.
It's a different guy every year. Sometimes multiple in the year.
I just can't see him being consistent. I think he will end up wanting to get traded away from this team because of what's happening. But yeah, I'm okay with where they're at, though.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, next we have the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? Yep. So we have Brown, Thomas Jr., and Hunter. So I gotta remind myself, Brown. Which is this? It's not Hollywood. Which Brown is this?
No, it's not Hollywood. Let me search it up.
while you search it up, we got Brian Thomas Jr., who this is a guy that she tells you not to worry about, right? Very sneaky last year, put up a lot of production points. I think he's great, and I think he's at the cusp of being who is it?
It's De'Ami Brown from the Cowboys.
De'Ami Brown, okay. But Brian Thomas Jr., what's going on, Trey? Appreciate you being here. I got him as being the guy she tells you not to worry about, on the verge of being a wide receiver one. I'm going to put Hunter as the guy she tells you not to worry about. Yes, that is pretty freaking high, but this is the true unicorn of the NFL draft. You just don't know, right? It tells you don't worry about him because he's a corner, and then all of a sudden they're going to force feed him. They are. Brown, I do remember Brown. I do. I think it's time to put it up. Yeah, I think it's bench.
All right.
I think Brian Thomas Jr., if we have Pittman up there, he's a wide receiver one. I would put him above Sutton in my opinion, but that's just me being biased off 1 year on a not really so good team, in my opinion. He killed it. Almost 1,300 yards, over 100 receptions, I believe. I could be wrong about the receptions. 87 receptions. So, crazy guy. Hunter, yeah, I like him there. De'Ami Brown, I really don't care. So, he's
Hunter definitely should be as the guy she tells you not to worry about. He has the chance to blow up or just completely tank. So, yeah. And then Brian Thomas, I do agree, number one wide receiver, but I would say at the bottom of number one wide receiver.
Okay. Move into it, right? Trey comes in the perfect time. We're right here with the Kansas City Chiefs. We got Xavier Worthy, we got Rashee Rice, and this is Hollywood Brown. For sure, I think Rashee Rice is like right there neck to neck with Nico Collins, right? Rashee Rice, amazing year 2 years ago. Last year, it had to deal with an injury, right? And so that kind of stuck him from being in that elite category. He's proving the league that Kansas City can have an elite wide receiver. I think Rice is amazing. I'm going to have him right there. I'm going to put him right behind Nico Collins, actually. I think like other than that is Worthy you got there, Reed. With Worthy, I actually have him as the guy who tells you not to worry about different packages that they put him in. He is just a feature. He has great hands. I love the way he plays. Now going to Hollywood Brown, I'm going to drop him down to mid. I was a big fan of him when he was out there in Arizona, but ever since he got traded, the downfall was just insane. I'm on the verge of putting him on the bench.
Okay, can you say Rice and Worthy real quick again? We could not hear you at all.
Okay, yeah, sure. Sorry, I'll say Rashee Rice, he's right behind Nico Collins. Like I said, he had to deal with the injury just like him. So I'm going to put him there. Xavier Worthy, the guy she tells you not to worry about because of the amount of different packages they put him in. He's just an explosive player who could really do pretty much anything in the backfield as a wide receiver, as a slot player. He could do it all.
Okay.
Yeah, I like those spots, honestly. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I really like all those. I would want to move Rice down a few pegs, but also I can't fight it too much with what he's been able to do.
Yeah, I just hope he comes back great from injury. He's really
No, we want the Chiefs to stink, Vincent. Come on.
Yeah. Obviously, no more Super Bowls, but
yeah,
I want him to do good. He's a nice guy.
Okay.
Nico in London better than Amon Ra?
He's a thug.
Ooh.
Rice.
Yeah, he is. They're all thugs. Anyone who plays for Kansas City are all thugs.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Come on, Vincent.
We're better than this, guys. Come on. All right. So moving on to what used to be the city of thugs, but now they're in Las Vegas. We got Trey Tucker, Jacoby Myers, and what's that? Beck?
Watch your language, AJ.
I'm sorry. What's his name?
I have no idea who this guy is.
It's Beck.
Jack. Is it Beck?
Yeah, it's Beck.
Oh, it was pronounced bitch. I don't know.
Wow.
The only guy who I really like here is Jacoby Myers. I don't have him as wide receiver one. I don't know if I'm even able to put him as the guy she tells you not to worry about because honestly, I think I'd rather have receivers from the Packers than have Jacoby Myers at this point in time. So yeah, put him there. And then Tucker, I'm going to put him in bench and say through a bench because he's a rookie. You bench.
I have no rules here.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know if any of them can go above bench, to be honest. Yeah, I guess Myers is mid right now, but it was just a huge downfall. I don't know what's going to happen with Geno Smith going over there. Maybe they get better because Geno Smith is actually a pretty accurate quarterback, in my opinion. Not biased there. But I just don't have very much faith in the wide receiver core there. Everywhere else, yeah, but tight end mostly.
All right.
Moving on to another fun category. We have the Chargers up next. LADD McConkey, baby. I love me some Lad McConkey. I talked about him all offseason. Started off slow, and people were like, AJ, you're dead wrong. You suck at this. And then all of a sudden, this guy pops off. Oh my gosh, AJ, you're so beautiful again. But Lad McConkey is my guy. As a wide receiver one, I kind of want to put him there. F it. I'm going to put him there because that's how much I like him. Now we're going to get into Williams. Dad, I'm going to call you out again, okay? This is another – actually, I'm thinking of Johnston. I really am thinking of Johnston, but I'm just going to take my anger out of Williams. He's just booty cheeks, dude. Get him out of here. Vincent likes that. I appreciate that, Vince. And then we have Trey Harris. Who's Trey Harris? Is he a rookie?
No, he's been there for 2 years, I think.
2 years already?
Oh, no. Yeah, he's a rookie, I think.
Okay.
I'm thinking of another guy. Sorry.
No, we're good. We're good here. Yeah, he's a rookie. Got picked in round 2, pick 55. So he has a lot to show out. Actually, yeah, there's high hopes for Trey Harris to help out Lad McConkey. So yeah, we'll put him in bench for now.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know why I was thinking of Trey Palmer. He's not there anymore. But yeah, I don't have many quarrels with this. Mike Williams, he's just getting up there in age. He used to be really, really good. Don't get me wrong about that, but he's just fallen off. He's not that big-bodied guy who can jump over corners and snag the ball anymore. So I'm not opposed to him being in booty cheeks, but I wouldn't mind him being a bench either. But yeah, McConkey, LADD McConkey, we're going to be singing that song pretty often in fantasy. I know it already. He's just a great, great kid all around. I hope he does well. And Trey Harris, yeah, he's going to be mid, I think. Small school, coming at the NFL. Lots to prove. Won't do it.
Yeah, I love McConkey. He's incredible. Harris, don't know anything about him, but wish him the best. And then Williams, his days are past. I think he's booty cheeks. Can't put him at bench anymore.
Dang, all right. Now we're going to go on to another team that Vince and I don't like. We have the Rams over here with Tutu Atwell, Puka Nacua. Yes, those are real names. And then we have, who's that? Devontae Adams. I hate that he's with stupid Rams. Devontae Adams, make this quick. Devontae Adams, he's elite. Puka Nacua. Ooh, do I want to put him in elite? Dude, I don't know, man. I like Puka. I like Puka a lot.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, it is.
Nico's not there. So.
You have Puka underneath Nico?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Oh, man. I think I might have Puka Nacua over Nico here. Yeah, I'm going to have him. Yeah, Vince, what you got?
I mean, Puka's really good. We have to remember that he was injured. So was Nico Collins. Nico Collins still outproduced him, in my opinion, and it was Puka's team to control. I think he could have done better, but if we're talking about this season, I think the way it is probably how it's going to probably shake out because Adams is going to demand targets, and Puka won't surpass what Nico Collins would do stat-wise.
I can respect that. I think we'll put Tutu Atwell as mid, certified wide receiver 2 at most.
Cool. I'm cool with this.
Alrighty. Now we got the Miami Dolphins, which is just abysmal. Everything that we've been saying on this podcast, I literally heard it today on Good Morning Football, that these players just have no respect for the organization. They're coming out here, they're saying this, and that. It's just there's no discipline out there. So you have Washington, Hill, and Waddle. Can you really count Washington? Because that third wide receiver is just on a constant rotation. It's not even funny. So Washington, I'm going to put him on the bench because no one will notice if he's on there or not. Tyreek Hill, I'm going to put him I can't put him in elite. I can't.
Anymore.
Especially if Nico Collins and Nakua was there. Last year, I drafted him very high, but a lot of drop balls last year. A lot. Pretty concerning. I don't know. Maybe he's slowing down. Not too sure. He's still 8 times faster than I am, but I'm going to put him as wide receiver 1, just out of respect. And Jalen Waddle, I think I'm going to put him there as. I think I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Put him as a wide receiver 1. I do think he's a very talented individual.
Nice, yeah. I just for the memes probably put Tyreek Hill in the guy she told you not to worry about because he'll probably knock up your girl. But yeah, I mean, they're both still good. Obviously, they were one of the best tandems in the league at one point in time. But obviously, with Tua Tagovailoa being very, very injury prone, obviously these guys are knocked down. We used to see probably Tyreek Hill in elite, but we just can't see that anymore.
For me, I would want to knock down Waddle to top of the guy she tells you not to worry about. I haven't seen enough from him to make me want to say that he could be a number 1 guy without a doubt, without a Tyreek Hill taking away the majority of the coverage. So that's personally me.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, now we got the Minnesota Vikings. Here we go. We got Addison, Jefferson, and Naylor. Jefferson, he's going to be in the elite category. Addison, I think did he prove enough to be a wide receiver 1 last year? I'm not too sure. I'm going to put him as a guy she tells you not to worry about. And Naylor, I'm really not too familiar with Naylor in his game.
Jalen Naylor.
I know he's not a rookie. I know that's for sure. But
He
he's done stuff
well.
with the Eagles before, hasn't he? It's
Not
his first team. It's not his
I
first
don't
team.
remember. Let me
Almost.
double check. No, he's been with the Vikings.
Really?
Yeah, I think we're thinking about Jalen Rager.
He's always been with them.
Oh yeah, Jalen Rager. It's Reagan time.
He's the bottom of mid.
Yeah, we'll put him in mid. Sorry, Vikings fans.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that too. Addison, got high hopes for him. Hopefully, as long as they can keep that offense clicking the way they have, he should be a great addition that they pretty much stole in the draft there. But yeah, Jefferson, there's a case. There's a case to have him over Jamar Chase. That's all I'm saying. This next season, at least.
Can we just skip this next team? Like, does it even matter? We got the New England Patriots. We got Douglas, Diggs, Hollins. Douglas and Hollins. I get that they got stuff to prove. I'm going to put them in mid. Diggs. I still like Diggs. He's a horrible guy.
So bad.
He is. Yeah, just put him right there. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind all these guys being in mid or bench. I feel like these next 2 teams is going to be there in that area. So I'm cool with wherever you guys want to put them at. I'm not very high on these 2 teams for wide receiver core.
Yep.
All right. Up next, we got the New Orleans Saints, man. Another team that's going to do horribly this upcoming season. We got Cooks, Olave, Shaheed. Chris Olave, I think he's great. I think he's a low-tier wide receiver 1. Is Raheed Shaheed. The guy she tells you not to worry about because this guy's flashy. Give an opportunity, he'll go out there and he'll start cooking. And as far as Cooks, not to familiarize with him, I'm going to go ahead and put him as mid.
Is this Brandon Cooks?
Yeah.
Damn, it's Brandon Cooks?
He came back,
He's with
right?
Saints?
Yeah.
Holy crap. I want to keep him on mid.
He came back from the Cowboys to come back to New Orleans. Yeah. But honestly, nothing to knock against Chris Olave because if he was not injury prone like he is, I think he could be a case for a wide receiver 1. I just can't put him there because I know he's most likely going to get injured. It's the same situation with Tua and him. They both have just very, very injury prone brains at this point in time because of all the hits that they've taken in college and NFL. Rashid Shaheed, I'm cool with him being there. He could end up staying healthy if he doesn't hurt his hamstring again. And then obviously Brandon Cooks he's past his time. I think he might even be a bench guy for me.
I'm okay with that. I'm going to put him in the bottom mid, though. Won't bench him because his experience. Where did we put Shaheed? What did you guys say? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Last spot there.
Okay.
Yeah, last spot's good.
All right. I'm okay with how it is right now.
Moving on, we have another interesting team. We got Malik Neighbors, Robinson, Slayton. Malik Neighbors, I love the dude. I like Malik Neighbors a lot. I'm going to put him as wide receiver 1. Call me crazy. Robinson and Slayton, I think their time is done. Yeah, just I'm going to put them in bench. I'm going to go that low.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I don't know how they gave Slayton the money that they should have given Saquon. Like, I just do not get it. You have a franchise guy there, and you give it to a wide receiver who's done.
Because they had Daniel Jones, man. You don't pay a guy $40 million to hand off the ball. This is just smart. You're just not a GM, Vince.
No,
you just don't know ball.
I don't. I guess I don't know ball, but yeah, obviously I'm cool with this. I used to be a fan of Slayton because I thought he was going to have a wide receiver 1 type of year. It's just that he never had anybody throw him the ball accurately, and you saw that every single year. And he's injury prone, so I'm cool with where it's at. I hope Malik Neighbors can feast. Really good kid.
All right. Up next, we got the New York Jets, Jets. Wilson, Lazard, and Reynolds. Is that the Reynolds from Detroit? Wow.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Oh, sneaky, crazy stuff right there. I want to go straight to Lazard here because without Aaron Rodgers, he is nowhere near above mid. I think he's bench at this point. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'll put him on bench. Reynolds, I think he's mid, kind of guy you can kind of rely on, kind of not. Just depends on the weather that day. And Wilson, I have him as a wide receiver 1. I love the kid. This guy's just dripped out. The catches he had last year was just amazing. He was neck to neck with Devontae Adams. It was amazing to watch.
Oh yeah, Wilson is really good. I believe he deserves to be there. Hopefully, him and Justin Fields can get it going too. I'd love to see Justin Fields have a great season. Lazard, obviously, he's been down the shooter for a while. It's just he keeps getting resurged by going to Aaron Rodgers' team, but not this time. Not this time, Lazard. And obviously, Josh Reynolds, his best years, in my opinion, were with Denver, and that was a long time ago. Which is what it seems like now. So, booty cheeks.
I completely agree with these. Love Reynolds as a person, Aggie there, so I love that. But he's basically a role player at this point. Lazard, love him as a Packer. After that, kind of fell off pretty damn hard. Wilson, he's really good. And I think he's really just praying that Justin Fields is the guy because he's tired and lost with the Jets at this point.
Yeah, what a shame.
It's the guy.
Yeah, should have sent Ayuk over there. Up next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. We have Jawan Dotson, Smith, and Brown. I mean, what an absolute unit of a lineup there. Obviously, A.J. Brown, I think you could put him up there at – can we put him up there as elite? I have him up there as elite.
Yeah.
Smith, I think he's really, really good. I can't put him in the elite yet. For sure, wide receiver 1, top tier. And then Jawan Dotson, I would have loved to put him as a guy she tells you not to worry about, but really he kind of got, forgotten about after Arizona. I'm a huge fan of him, Arizona. Huge fan. After that, fell off. I want to put him as mid.
Yeah, honestly, they all didn't have the best seasons, but when you have Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts on your team, you kind of get overshadowed quite a bit. But I think where they're at in the positions that we put them, I might move A.J. Brown below Puka Nacua, just for what I think they're going to do this season. And Devontae Smith, yeah, I'm cool with where he's at, honestly. I think he might be a little bit better than Pickens. But yeah, I'm cool with that. Jahan Dotson, yeah, overshadowed.
I 100% believe A.J. Brown's one of the top 5 wide receivers in this league. He's incredible, the things he's able to do. He's reading books on the sideline, He's doing everything, so I like him a lot. Devontae Smith, what was that?
His name's AJ.
That's also a plus,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Has to be.
Maybe, you know what? Okay. Devontae Smith is a great complementary to AJ Brown, just completely opposite of what AJ Brown does. So I really love him on that offense. I'm going to put him above Pickens, like Vincent said. And then Dotson, I really like what he's able to do, but he's just overshadowed I'll put him on the top of mid just for who he's been able to do.
All right, now we have yet another interesting team this upcoming season. We got DK Metcalf, Woods, and Austin. What a freaking lineup! Oh my gosh. DK Metcalf, I'm going to put him as a wide receiver 1. The only issue I always had with him was just, you drop passes. But other than that, absolute speedster, physical guy, could separate himself for the defender. Great receiver, really. Woods, I how do I not be me? Is it time? Is it? Yeah, we're gonna put him in bench. As far as Austin too, we're gonna put Austin in bench as well. Sorry, your time was at most was 2 years ago. I'm not believing you now.
Yeah, Metcalf. I think he may be even a little bit lower there coming into the season, possibly below Wilson and Shakir, just because I don't think it's going to mesh very well there.
He's got A-Rod. What could go wrong?
I have no faith, honestly.
What could go wrong?
It's just me. I have no faith in that team at this point in time, besides their defense and maybe the running back, maybe, but we'll have to see. Other than that, the guys in the bench there, Woods and Austin, it's just past their time. I'm cool with it.
Metcalf, I have a little higher hopes than Vincent does, but I'm okay with putting him where we have him. But you will see a lot of confused looks between him and Aaron Rodgers not being on the same page, just because they have not really been on a
Maybe
page
some
at
fist
all.
fights.
Dude, I'm calling it 5 times he's going to throw his helmet at the bleachers.
5 times?
He's just going to
over under?
He's just going to freaking toss it.
A toss?
No,
I'll take the under.
Oh, you know a DK Metcalf toss.
Okay.
Yeah. Toss to him,
All right.
but it's a freaking blow.
I'm going to take the under on that. I'm going to say 4.
I'm going 5.
Okay, now we got the San Francisco 49ers. We got the rookie from last year, Ricky Pearsall, Brandon Ayuk, and Jawan Jennings. And honestly, y'all can see audio. I like the lineup, right? May not like the individual so much, Brandon Ayuk. He's a head case. But I want to, call it how it is. I think he's a wide receiver 1. We've seen him on the field. Yes, injury sucks, but when he's out there in the field, he does make a difference. He's one of the best separating wide receivers in the league. So I got to give him his flowers there. Jawan Jennings, I'm not ready to put him as a wide receiver 1 just yet. I want to put him as a guy she tells you not to worry about. But this guy has led the team receptions for 2 years in a row now. I mean, you could contradict myself, right? And be like, hey, what else does he need to prove? Really, he's just really great. He just doesn't have the contract, right? Ricky Pearsall, I think this could be the last year he's going to be on mid, just because I really liked what he showed last year when it was just him and Jawan Jennings, basically, because Debo was being a little, whatever. But Ricky Pearsall, not a bad wide receiver. Once fully healthy, and now that he actually has an offseason, I do feel like he's going to be a pretty good force.
Okay, here we go. Ayuk, honestly, I think he could come back to his form here. Obviously, he is 1 year now removed from the ACL injury, I believe. Cannot remember. So usually the second year is when wide receivers bounce back. I do think he will be a wide receiver 1 just because I don't think Jennings can keep it up. This past year, really great year. Really, really great year. I still think he deserves to be in the category of the guy she tells you not to worry about. And Pearsall, I do think he's mid. I hope he does well just because of the story of everything. But I just hope the 49ers don't do well as their entire team.
Heck yeah. Ayuk, head case, but there's a lot of talent there. We'll see how he's able to bounce back, but I'm going to put him above Pittman. Juwan Jennings, he's a great role player. He's not going to be the guy who's going to hit the highlight reels every single week or whatever, but he's going to help the team win. So I'm fine with putting him right where we have him there. And then Pearsall, I'm hoping he's going to be a wide receiver 1 this year because I got him on my dynasty team, and I have high hopes for him as long as he doesn't get shot.
Okay,
good.
dude. I don't know about that. You need to chill out.
What? I'm saying I hope he doesn't.
Oh my
Vince,
god.
would you like to take this one away, please?
Sure. Obviously, we have some new additions. We got Valdez Scantling, Cooper Kupp, Smithman Jigba. Obviously, I don't think Kupp is going to be a wide receiver 1 anymore. I think he's the guy she tells you not to worry about at this point in time. Probably, yeah, I'd say maybe about right there is pretty good. Obviously, JSN, I think he's going to be a wide receiver 1. Where we put him at, I have to see right now. I would think maybe above Higgins, Drake London. That's just me. If you think DK Metcalf's going to do better than him because he didn't this past year, that's totally up to you guys. But Valdez Scantling, I think he is also a mid guy. He's just going to be a role player for us. But yeah.
Okay.
That is wow.
What?
What hate, right?
Yeah, come on, Reed. Have some respect.
Dude, he
Okay.
dropped so many balls for us. I'm tired of him.
It's just the packet thing. Cheesy fingers.
Well, Vincent, here we go. So when it comes to wide receivers, I actually had them a little bit flipped, right? JSN, I think he's a true talent. I think it is his time to be the wide receiver 1. But I actually had Cooper Kupp at a higher level than JSN. Originally, I was worried about what JSN's production will be without a DK Metcalf, without a Tyler Lockett. But with the addition of Cooper Kupp, I think that replenishes it, allowing him to continue to be a wide receiver 1. I don't have him that high, but I also have Cooper Kupp as well as a wide receiver 1. There's a lot of respect to have Cooper Kupp. I know he kind of looked like he slowed down last year, but let him get fully healthy. Remember, he had to miss the beginning of the season last year. What happens this offseason, I really do hope they both break their legs this upcoming season. But going back to MVS, I don't mind putting MVS as a bench
I'm
player.
the bad guy. I'm the bad guy for saying I hope Pearsall doesn't get shot, but then he just wishes both of the wide receivers gets injured. I'm the bad guy. Crazy. JSN, I think he's an absolute talent. I wish the Packers would have drafted him. I forget who picked first, but I wish we would have taken him over this Golden guy. Hope Golden's great, but JSN would have been incredible for us. So I like him as wide receiver 1 is that high. Kupp, I'm actually going to move him up to wide receiver 1 because I think he's above everybody else on that list. You can say he's old, but he's got the talent to be able to set that Seahawks team up for success. And then who was the last one? I'm losing it. MVS. I'll do this, okay? That'd be nice. I'm a good guy.
Oh,
all right, let's get to a fun team here. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Egbuka, Evans, Godwin. I believe Egbuka. That's a rookie, ain't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mike Evans. I'm gonna have him as a wide receiver 1. I think he's great. I'm not gonna put him as elite. I just think
Career's elite.
Career's elite. Absolutely.
Yes.
Wide receiver 1 this upcoming season. Chris Godwin. Man, if he didn't get injured, elite status easily. He was leading the whole freaking league. I'm going to put him as the guy she tells you not to worry about because of the injury. We don't know he's going to come out, but if he comes out like Chris Godwin, like he was last year, look out, folks, because this guy's going to be dangerous. But yeah, Ibuka, I'm going to put him as bench because we don't know about him.
Emeka Egbuka is actually really good.
Yeah.
I'll talk about him. I think he's actually in the guy she told you not to worry about at the way end though. Maybe above Diggs. I think above Diggs is good. But you guys are probably gonna put him lower. I have really high hopes for this guy as a tertiary wide receiver. Evans and Godwin are gonna take away all these great cornerbacks, and Egbuka is going to feast. I think this is the guy that will kind of take the spot of Evans, but he's going to end up being the wide receiver 2 if they can hold on to Godwin long term. I think Evans and Godwin at their best would be both wide receiver 1s, but since they're both on the same team, I don't think there is an elite guy there at this point in time, just because of age as well.
100%. I'm probably going to move Evans a little bit down to maybe around here just because of the production around him. Godwin, I kind of want to put him at number 1 wide receiver, but coming off an injury, we don't know what's going to happen. Ibuka, I have very high hopes for. This guy has all the room to shine as being the dump-off guy, oh, you're gonna put 2 guys on Evans, or you're gonna put 2 on Godwin. Guess what? Ibuka's gonna get open. We saw it. I saw it with Devontae Adams his rookie year. I think that's what's gonna be Ibuka is gonna be all about. It has a really good year.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, the Tennessee Titans. How fun. We got Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett, and Jefferson. Here we go. Tyler Lockett, I'm going to put him as mid here. Don't like Tyler Lockett. I love him as a player. I think he's an awesome individual. I think he's a stud of a guy. But, I mean, he is up there in age. And with this team, I don't know what you could expect from that. Calvin Ridley, Calvin Ridley, I'm going to put him, right there. Right there is for me. He has a chance. I'll give him a chance. And Jefferson, I'll let you pick that one, Reed.
I have no idea who the guy is.
Is this Van Jefferson?
Is it Van Jefferson?
I'll look it up right now.
I don't know which Jefferson it is.
Yeah, it could be even a rookie. I'm not 100% sure. Tyler Lockett, so much tremendous respect for him, but he has been getting older. He is now into his 30s, and he is regressing for sure. But he still has that toe tap ability. I think it will help the Titans here and there, hopefully for their rookie quarterback, Cam Ward. Ridley, I haven't really liked Ridley in a while, just because of all the shenanigans that have gone on with him, as well as his resurgence back to the league hasn't been as exciting as I thought it would be. Van Jefferson, really like the guy. He is a role player, though, so I don't mind him being on bench or bottom of mid. But yeah, I'm cool with where they're at, honestly, right now.
All right, Lockett, the guy who can't get hit, definitely is going to be the mid category. And he's just getting older and older, so if he does take a hit, I don't know what's going to happen to him. Ridley, the practice god, looks incredible in practice, but just doesn't show up on game day half the time. He does every other game day. And then this is Van Jefferson, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to put him as bench. He can pop up, can come off the bench and do something for your team, but not a guy you're going to run home about.
Yep. All right. Now we got the last team, one of the most exciting teams to look forward to watching this upcoming season. We have Deebo Samuel,
senior.
Now he's senior.
Okay. Grown up.
Deebo Samuel, he's grown.
He's grown so much.
Yeah,
really big.
Yeah. Brown and McLaurin. So which Brown is this? Why am I blanking here today?
Dante? No.
It's not Devontae.
I don't know. It's not De'Ami Brown because we already saw De'Ami Brown. But I honestly don't remember who it is.
Well, anyways, let's go ahead and rank Samuel and McLaurin. McLaurin, obviously a wide receiver 1. This guy's an absolute stud. I think he's middle of the pack to high tier. I really like him high tier. Noah Brown. Who is he with?
Another Cowboys, I think. Yeah.
There you go. Cowboys. So McLaurin, wide receiver 1, Brown, Noah Brown. I'm gonna put him in bench because really has hit a string with me. Deebo Samuel, I'm gonna put him as I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and put him as the guy she tells you not to worry about. I really don't think we're gonna have to worry about this guy. I think he's just full of it. Got carried his whole career, but can't stand this dude.
It's so funny. I love when AJ talks about his past players that leave. McLaurin, I really like McLaurin. I hope he can continue what he's done there. But we're going to have to see. I mean, Jaden Daniels is a stellar guy. I hope he does not hit a sophomore slump like majority of quarterbacks. I don't think he's the type of quarterback to do that. But Terry McLaurin, I hope, will have a very similar season that he had last year. Deebo Samuels, I'm going to change the category for him. I'm going to say the pantry she tells you not to worry about, because obviously this guy has been in the pantry. No, even guys from like Commanders facilities are saying that this guy is big. It's crazy. I don't know if maybe it's muscle he's putting on or if he's wearing some rib guards now in practice.
He does this every offseason. He gets huge.
He's just, I guess he's in his bulking phase, and he's going to cut hopefully soon. But other than that, I mean, Noah Brown, they need another guy, and I think they need to draft it this next year.
Yeah. Well, they got us the Luke McCaffrey.
Yeah.
McLaurin, I love him so much. I think he's an incredible player, but he is currently holding out of showing up to the facility right now. He is not happy with his contract, so we'll see if that gets resolved. I imagine it will with how the Commanders have thrown around money, but that has not been done yet. So something to keep an eye on, but I still think he'll have a good season regardless. Debo, he's going to Debo stuff up. But every time AJ talks about him, he makes me regret buying him that jersey so much because I feel like I got the worst gift ever, apparently.
It was the worst. No, that's number 19 Debo, remember?
Okay.
That's number 19
That was
Debo.
good Debo.
That's good. I like that Debo. That Debo's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, this Debo, though.
Gotcha. All right. Never mind. And then Noah Brown, yeah, they definitely need to get something better than that. Looking at their depth chart, they do have Michael Gallup. Yeah, there's nothing really there after that. So, gonna definitely need to get McLaurin under contract before the season starts.
For sure. It's an absolute must.
Awesome.
But it looks like that's all we got.
This is it.
All right. Should we move around the top two categories? Are we going to move anything at all?
I'm fine with the top category. What do you guys think? I'm fine with elite.
I'm cool with the top category, too.
I think elite is good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to move too much to the second one. I like Collins, Nakua, Hill, Rice, Moore, London, Higgins, Jason. Personally, like I said, I had him a little bit lower. McLaurin, Harrison, I'll probably move behind Wilson.
Shakir, honestly.
Behind Shakir?
Or I would move Shakir. I think he's like below Sutton. Maybe, yeah, below Ayuk too. He could keep falling for me.
I was about to say, yeah, you could go below Evans too.
Let's just put him at the bottom, bro. Honestly,
dude, yeah, I think Shakir is good right there. Harrison Jr., I'm going to have to move him back as well. If you guys want, I'm not too.
Wait, I don't even know where you.
Yeah,
Harrison Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason. Oh.
There?
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Or
they can, but no, I don't mind this at all. I don't mind it too much.
I'm okay with this.
Personally, I think I would move up BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr., but
I think he's okay.
We'll see. I think he's a lot better, but I'm cool with it. I'll take it.
Muy bien. Super cool. Well, that's our chart, guys. The wide receiver. Let us know if you agree or disagree there. I'm pretty sure most of y'all will disagree, depending on your fan base, because we are trying to be as unbiased as we possibly can. But this is the best we could do as far as this offseason. But don't worry. Last week was the last week. You're only getting one video. So this week, this Thursday, we're going to have our first fantasy football mock draft for Talking Fantasy Football. It is happening Thursday live at 7 o'clock. Not too sure if it's going to be all of us or just one of us, but we will have a live video for you guys to interact with and possibly do a mock draft with us if you guys feel like it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get into the season, a very stressful season, but you know what? It's going to be fine. I win money every single year, so it's fine. Anyways, so yeah, you guys have anything else to announce before we head out?
No, just ready for the season start.
Yeah. When we close,
we got football this month. Heck yeah. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining us this Monday. Catch us next Monday, or if you want to catch us sooner, like I said, we will be live on Thursday at 7 o'clock for some fantasy football. It is back. We're back. We're here. Glad to have you guys here. Huge shout out to Israel, Joe the Smoke, Trey Becker, Mr. Magic, and Andrea. So thank you all so much for being here today. Hopefully we see you guys Thursday. And until next time, as we always say here at NSP, keep on grinding.